It is Lakeisha Montanay and welcome to my YouTube channel. As y'all can already tell by the title and by the thumbnail, in today's video I'm going to be doing 10 facts or 10 high school advice. High school advice. I'm going to be doing high school advice. It just happened to be 10 advice that I'm going to be giving you in this video. Subscribe down below. Give this video a huge thumbs up if you like it. Comment down below other videos that you all want me to do. When you subscribe, go over there and hit the bell notification so you can be notified whenever I upload. This is going to be my very first YouTube video, so this whole YouTube thing is fairly new to me. So work with me. I'm going to get better as I go, but I just want to jump into it. Follow me on my social media sites. They'll be in the description. They'll be in the intro and the outro, so pretty much you cannot miss it. So that's that. But if you don't know where I got these lashes from, they are from my own lash line. The Instagram page for my lash line will be linked in the description down below. Go buy your lashes. I ship. Yes, I do. If y'all want a video on how I started my own lash company, let me know. I can definitely give that to you all. But yeah, these lashes from my line. These are in the style Bad Girl. Real cute. And the name of my lash line will be right here. Right here. I don't know, how do the YouTube be doing it? It'll be right here. But Keisha's Mint Creations. Go copy some. Price is affordable. I ship. If you're in the DFW area, well, if you're in Fort Worth or Arlington, I deliver, but I also ship national wide, the United States wide. If you happen to be out of the country, I can communicate with you about shipping and everything. But if y'all see me drinking something, I do have a little Starbucks. I'm drinking venti, or I'm drinking a pumpkin frappuccino. Also, if you see me looking down, I have my notes and everything written down on the thing. But I'm gonna start rambling, so let's get into this video. Okay, so for this first advice, my first thing that I'm going to say about high school is, in all caps, I have it wrote down in all caps. Y'all don't believe me? All caps. Go to class. Go to class. I cannot stress this enough. I promise you, go to class, because like, obviously you're there for a reason. You're there to learn. You're there to try to get your diploma. So go to class. Like, why would you want to miss class? Like, and number one kind of ties into number two, but I'm not gonna go to yet. Like, really go to class, because you can fall behind so easily, and then you'll be trying to get it together, and anybody got all time today. Anybody got all time for that? Even though like in high school it is more lenient than college. But still go to class, because like, I don't even know how to explain it. Like, go to class. Like, don't skip. Like, go to class. Like, period. Yeah, just go to class. Okay, and then when I said it ties into number two, because number two is don't try to fit in, and peer pressure is real. So when I say don't try to fit in, okay, say your friends say they're gonna skip and they want to go to Chick-fil-A or something. Okay, that don't mean you gotta skip and go to Chick-fil-A. You can go to class and actually learn, because ultimately they're not gonna be the ones there for you when you don't get to walk across stage with them. They're not gonna be there. It's gonna be you. You're the only person that's not gonna be getting no diploma, because you decide you want to fit in and skip and everything. So I'm just saying it again. Go to class. Do not try to fit in. And of course you're gonna party in high school. Like, who don't party in high school? But still, peer pressure is real. If you see somebody doing drugs or something, that do not mean you have to do it. Even if all your friends are like, oh, you should try this, you should try this, it ain't gonna hurt you. I did it, my cousin did it, did that, Brittany did, all the people did it. It do not matter. You do not have to do it. Stay true to yourself. Ooh. That was another one on the list, but peer pressure is real, and do not try to fit in, because why would you try to fit in when you were born alone and you were gonna die alone and you were made to stand out? So why would you try to fit in? That's just what I feel like. Why to try to fit in to a group or something when you were born to stand out? Even if you were born with a twin or something, you were still born alone. Y'all didn't come out your mom at the same time. So why would you try to fit in with somebody? Don't try to fit in. Go to class. And peer pressure is real, but even though, you gotta be a strong-minded person so that you won't let peer pressure dictate your life. Okay. Number 3 is get involved. I say get involved. There's so many different clubs you can get in, and so many different organizations. For me personally, I was in a lot of stuff in high school. So I was in band, theater, student council, choir, show choir, jazz band. I was in the UV4C, a whole bunch of different things. I was part of the I can't even remember if it was like something to do with Black culture and everything. I was part of that and everything. So like, get involved. And like, for me, it was kind of overwhelming at times, but I do not regret I do not regret being in all those different organizations, because at the end of the day, it allowed me to meet new people. Because I went to a fairly large high school, but it allowed me to meet new people, allowed me to make more friends and everything. So yeah, so don't be afraid to get involved, even if people say it's lame. I know a lot of people said that band is lame and everything. Personally, I love marching band. I love band. I was in marching band and band, but people call band geeks and everything. But I don't care about that, because I don't care what nobody say. Like, you can say what you want. They talked about Jesus and he was perfect, so. But yeah, get involved. Okay, number 4 kind of ties into number 1. Number 4 and 5 kind of ties into number 1, but not really. Number 4 is do your homework. Okay, so if your teacher, I know in my high school, personally, in my high school, a lot of your grade was based off your homework. So like, you would have like a homework assignment, like 4 homework assignments in 1 week, and then you'll have a quiz every 2 weeks. So you have 8 homework assignments in 2 weeks, and then you'll have a quiz over like whatever y'all covered. So and those were like 10%, 20% of your grade or something, depending on how the teacher works. If you don't turn in those assignments, say you do 8, you have 8 homework assignments, you only do 4 of them, that's a 50, your grade off rip. So like, do your homework, because like, your homework is there to help you in the long run eventually. Okay, and number 5 is study, because you have tests, you have finals, you have midterms, you have quizzes, you have all of that stuff that's going to tie into your final grade and everything, tie into your semester grade and everything. So study, because if you don't study, then you're going to fail, and then if you fail, then you're going to have to try to make it up, and then if you still don't study, then your makeup, you're still going to fail, and then it's going to all be bad from there. So study, period. Just study. Like, what are you doing if you're not studying? I'm goofy. Okay, number 6. I'm kind of going through this really fast, and I don't mean to go through it so fast, but well, maybe I should slow down my talking. Number 6 is sophomore year is the most important year. Here we go. I cannot stress this enough. All my underclassmen friends that I have that I met through band, choir, anything, even my little sister, I tell her, sophomore year is the most important year. I know a lot of people say, no, it's junior year, blah, blah, blah. No, sophomore year is basically going to determine how the rest of your high school goes. I can give you an example. But freshman year is basically like kind of a pretty much your easiest slash, it's either your easiest year, either freshman or senior year is going to be an easier year depending on how your sophomore year goes. So freshman year, personally, freshman year was my easiest year, and sophomore year was my, I'm not gonna say it was my hardest year, but it was the year that I messed up, so I can speak from experience. So I did so terrible my sophomore year. I ended up failing some classes. I had never got a F a day in my life, so I was really not even traumatized. I was really sad. I was depressed and everything. And then my aunt had passed away my sophomore year, so like I had went out of town for like 2 weeks. I missed a lot of work, everything, but that still, I messed up because I wasn't applying myself. I wasn't trying. I wasn't studying. I didn't do my homework. I really did not care. Sophomore year, I was doing a whole bunch of bad stuff. But yeah, sophomore year is the most important year. So since I messed up my sophomore year, it took me junior year to try to make up for my sophomore year. And then with me trying to make up for my sophomore year, junior year, I didn't slip. Like, I didn't fail any class or anything. But me trying to make up for my junior year, me trying to make up for my sophomore year, my junior year, I was like not fully invested into my junior year, even though I didn't fail any classes or anything. And then since if you can't feel all of it because you're trying to fix one year while focusing on a whole nother year. So I ended up taking my junior year and my senior year to make up for my sophomore year. So if I hadn't messed up sophomore year, junior and senior year would have been a breeze. But no, I messed up my sophomore year, so that means junior year and senior year I had to make up for my sophomore year. So yeah, I had to do online classes and all of that because of my mess up my sophomore year. So do not mess up your sophomore year. It is the most important year to me, in my opinion. I know a lot of people that will say otherwise. I know some people that will agree with me. I always say sophomore year is your most important year, so do not mess up. Don't mess up any of your years, but especially don't mess up sophomore year. Okay, 7, don't be ashamed to ask questions. So I know that kids are mean and rude, and you might feel embarrassed to ask questions and everything if you don't understand something in class. In high school, most teachers have tutoring sessions. So if you're too embarrassed to ask a question in class, go to a tutoring session. If you know you don't understand something, don't be afraid to ask a question, because that's ultimately what the teacher is there to do, is to help you understand. So is to teach you. So if you don't understand something, personally, if I didn't understand something like freshman, sophomore year, I would be too ashamed to ask a question in the middle of class. So I just keep to myself, and I wouldn't go to lunch tutoring or after school or early morning tutoring or anything. So I just like, forget it, and then I just tried to understand myself, which pretty much didn't work. But so yeah, don't be ashamed to ask questions. Even like if you have to raise your hand and ask a question, ask that question, because I promise you're not the only person with that question. It's somebody else in the back of the room who's also too ashamed to ask the question. So just ask the question, then help somebody else out. Yeah, pretty much. Okay, number 8. Oh, this one is a big one for me. Your friends that you go into high school with won't be the same. This is not really advice, but it says your friends that you go into high school with won't be the same friends you leave with. Now, this is the tea, sis. So me, I didn't go into high school with any friends because I moved states. I used to live in Indiana. Now I live in Texas, obviously. So I went to high school not knowing a single soul. Pretty much only people I knew were the band kids, and I didn't even really know them like that. But I can still say that the friends I made my freshman year were not the same friends that I had my sophomore year. So freshman year, I made so many different friends and everything. By the end of senior year, by the time I got my diploma, by the time I walked across the stage, I have, to this day, I have 1, 2, I have 2 to 3 friends that I can actually say are my genuine friends from high school. So yeah, so the friends you go in there with will not be the same friends that you leave there with. Not saying that y'all going to get into any disagreements or beef anything, but people go their own ways. You might be in band, they might be in dance. Like, y'all might see each other through passing, but they're going to make friends. Y'all not going to have the same classes or anything. You might have a few, but you're not going to have every single class together like you did in like elementary school or anything like that. So don't expect to your little group of 20 friends that you had 7th and 8th grade year. Those same group of 20 friends not gonna be your same group of friends that you have when y'all walking across the stage. You might have 1 or 2 from that group, but all 20 of y'all are still not going to be friends. I promise you, y'all not. I promise you you're not. Okay, so number 9, I set this up at the top. Number 9 is stay true to yourself. Okay, so yeah, stay true to yourself. This is pretty much a life advice. It goes back into the don't try to fit in. If you know you're not comfortable doing something, don't do it. Like, if you have your own certain style, everyone has their own certain style. If you know that's not your style, do what you're comfortable with. Do not, like, stay true to yourself. Stay true to who's in here, in your heart, in your mind, everything. Like, if you're brought up a certain way, stay true to yourself. Not even if you were brought up a certain way. Say, I'm not even going to go into it because I was going to get into something way deeper. But even if you're brought up a certain way, that do not mean you have to like be that way, because you might not feel the same way as your parents feel. You might not feel the same way that your parents feel, so you have to stay true to yourself. If you know you like something, do what you like. If you hear a baby crying, it's because my mom has a friend over who has a baby. But like, if you like something or a certain person or a certain thing, it's perfectly okay if you like that thing. You do not have to feel bad about liking that thing. Stay true to yourself. Don't try to be nobody else, because you are you. God made you. You're the only you, and you have to love yourself before you expect anybody else to love you. Ooh, okay, so it's gonna be 11 because I just thought of something. So number 10 ties into they don't tie into number 9, but number 10 is going to be, do not, I repeat, do not go into high school worrying about some girlfriend or boyfriend. Oh my gosh. A boyfriend or a girlfriend, y'all not gonna last, sis. Y'all not gonna last, bro. I promise you, y'all will not last. I'm not trying to be the Debbie Downer or anything. Y'all not gonna last. High school relationships very seldom last. So, like, I'm not saying go into high school thinking, oh, we're not gonna last, I might as well break. No, but do not be focusing on a boy or a girl when you go into high school. You're there to do one thing, get your diploma. That's what you're there for. You're there to get your diploma, not to be thinking about a girlfriend or a boyfriend, and then that messes with your mind. And then when you start thinking of a girlfriend or boyfriend, you start slipping on your work, and then it's a whole lot of. Do not be thinking about no girl, boy. Period. Okay. Now number 10. This is another life advice, and I'm gonna just say this, and I say this with the utmost sincereness. Let me get in close. Take care of your hygiene. Oh my gosh. Okay, so I'm not gonna talk about anybody, but people are mean, and you will get bullied if you do not take care of your hygiene. I promise you that. Kids are rude. Teenagers are mean and cruel. You will get bullied if you do not take care of your hygiene. You do not want to be the one person that's walking around the school musty. Females, you do not want to be the one person who situation is smelling like a can of tuna. Females, you do not want to be the one person who everybody is pointing at and laughing at because you have a period stain on the back of your pants. Take care of your hygiene. If you know your schedule for your period, write it down. Download the Flow app. Do something so you can know when you're going to, I'm gonna do a whole separate video on that, but so you can know when you're gonna come on, so you can be expecting, because you do not want to be that person. You do not want to be the person that everybody's laughing at, because people are mean, people are rude. Even your closest friend will be the one that they're not gonna tell you if you have that period stain on the back of your pants. They're not gonna do that, because people are mean, people are fake, people are rude. So you have to take care of your personal hygiene. You brush your teeth. You do not want to be talking to nobody and your breath stink. Even though we're finna be wearing masks and everything, but still, you can smell through a mask. I don't know why people act like you can't smell through a mask. You can definitely smell through a mask, and you do not want to be having no halitosis breath through that mask, sis. And should nobody be all up in your grill, and you shouldn't have your mask down anyway. But happen to say that your mask do come down. You do not want to have no orange teeth. You don't want that. We don't want to see that. Take a shower. Please take a shower. Deodorant, Degree, Dove, Secret. All different types of things. They make it for a reason. Take care of your hygiene. This is just a life thing, because you do not want to be the stinky one. You do not want to be the one that they're talking about. People are mean and rude. Personally, I never talked about nobody. Because I'm not the type of person. If I feel like, I don't know if this makes me rude or if this makes me a good person, but personally, if you got a little stench to you, I'm going to pull you to the side. And I'm going to tell you, whispered it, because I know I want somebody to tell me. And a lot of people will be like, oh, they make you rude. No, because I want somebody to do the exact same thing to me. If I'm smelling a little, I want somebody to tell me, even though you ain't going to never catch me smelling like that. But still, if I want somebody to tell me. So I'm just thinking I know everybody don't think like me, but I'm just going to do what I know somebody wants to do to me. Like if I'm smelling a little off, pull me to the side and tell me, because I'm gonna go do what I gotta do, and that's period. But yeah, y'all, that's pretty much it for my first YouTube video. It is pretty late. It's not that late. It's 7:31, but I thought it was gonna rain because it had got dark outside, but it was supposed to rain, but it's starting to clear up. But yeah, if y'all like this video, give it a huge thumbs up. Comment down below what other videos y'all want me to do. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button, because it's free. You ain't doing nothing else. You already watched the whole video. Might as well hit the subscribe button. And when you do that, go ahead and click that bell so you can be notified every time I upload. Go ahead and do that, because why wouldn't you? Like, what else you doing? Nothing. Go ahead and do that. Go ahead and do that. Follow me on my social media sites. They were in the intro, they're gonna be in the outro, and they're gonna be linked in the description down below. Go follow my lash Instagram page, and DM me if you want some lashes. I have different styles. So what they look like and the prices and everything are on the Instagram page. They're on my main Instagram page and everything. So if y'all want some of the lashes, these are some of my smaller lashes. I do have bigger ones and I have smaller ones than this. The prices vary. Prices are not that expensive. However, if you are out of state, it's all explained on the page. So go ahead and get you some, because support a black entrepreneur, period. But love y'all, and I will see y'all in my next video. But yeah, thank you for watching.